to Virtual Story Time.
Yes, it's our favorite time of the year.
It sure is. So, of course, this week we are talking all about Halloween.
Yep.
So, sit back, enjoy, maybe grab some candy, and we will see you after our very spooky puppet show. Bye.
I'm going to read you a story called Halloweener. My dog kind of looks a little bit like the dog in this story. There once was a dog named Oscar who was half a dog tall and 1.5 dogs long. He's very long, but very short at the same time. Because of his unusual shape and size, all the other dogs made fun of him. Wiener dog, they called him. Oscar did not like it one bit. It wasn't very nice of them. Oscar's mother was no help either. Every morning when the dogs walked off to obedience school, Oscar's mother stood in the front yard waving and calling out, "Farewell, my little Vienna sausage." And all the other dogs laughed and laughed. Poor Oscar. Most of the time, Oscar was upset by all of this, but not today. Today was Halloween, and Oscar was thinking about other things. All day long at obedience school, Oscar daydreamed about Halloween night, trick-or-treats, and scary costumes. When Oscar got home, he dashed upstairs to start working on his scary Halloween costume. But when he got to his room, a surprise was waiting for him. "Happy Halloween, my little sausage link," said his mother. "I've made you a costume to wear for trick-or-treats." When Oscar saw the costume, he nearly fainted. Oh no. It was a giant hot dog bun, complete with mustard. And guess who was supposed to fit in the middle? Oscar did not want to hurt his mother's feelings, so he decided to wear the silly costume. Oscar's a good boy. That night, all the dogs on the block gathered to show off their costumes. Everyone was looking quite scary. Then Oscar showed up, looking quite frank. Your mom will get that drink. When the dogs saw Oscar in his silly costume, they howled with laughter. Can you howl? Ow! Look at Oscar, they cried. He really is a wiener dog. Poor Oscar was so embarrassed. Wiener dog, laughed the other dogs as they ran off to go trick-or-treating. Oscar tried to keep up with the dogs, but his silly costume kept slowing him down. All night long, the other dogs hounded every treat they could get their paws on. So by the time Oscar got to each house, there were no treats left. Aw, poor Oscar. Soon, trick-or-treating was over, and the dogs walked home past a spooky graveyard. Suddenly, a horrible hissing sound filled the air. Sssss. The dogs stopped dead in their tracks. Then, out of the graveyard rose a ghastly monster. The dogs screamed for their lives. They dropped their treats and jumped in a nearby pond. They were really scared. The monster moved closer. "Please don't eat us," cried the dogs. The monster yowled and hissed. "Boo-hoo-hoo," sobbed the dogs. The monster jumped up and down. "Somebody save us," shrieked the dogs. Just then, somebody showed up. It was Oscar. Because Oscar was so short, he saw something the other dogs had not seen. "That's no monster," cried Oscar. And with a loud bark, woof, Oscar waddled to the rescue. Oscar chomped and tugged with all his might. My goodness, he's brave. Rip! And there, standing in the moonlight, were a couple of ornery cats. "Help!" cried the cats. "We're being attacked by a giant frankfurter!" And they ran off screaming through the graveyard. The dogs in the pond had seen the whole thing, and now it was their turn to be embarrassed. "We've been chased into a pond by a couple of cats," they moaned. But Oscar was a true friend. He leapt into the water and swam out to the dogs. Oscar's silly costume made a wonderful life raft, and all the dogs climbed up. "All aboard," Oscar called, and he dog paddled back to shore. When they got back to dry land, all the dogs shared their Halloween treats with Oscar. Because Oscar had been so brave, the dogs changed his nickname from Wiener Dog to Hero Sandwich. And from that night on, nobody ever made fun of Oscar again. Happy Halloween.
And I'm gonna read you a story called I'm Not Afraid of This Haunted House. Let's find out about this haunted house. I'm Simon Lester Henry Strauss, and I'm not afraid of this haunted house. A fortune teller says, "Come inside." Her crystal ball says, "You can't hide." My friends are scared of what they'll see, but I just tell them, "Follow me." I'm Simon Lester Henry Strauss, and I'm not afraid of this haunted house. I'm not afraid of the witch at the door. I'm not afraid of the creaky old door. When a ghost swoops down and hollers, "Boo!" I shout back, "I'm not scared of you." That's pretty brave. I'm not afraid of the screaming ghoul. I tell him that his tunes sound cool. The bloody werewolf makes me laugh. I point him to the nearest bath. Can you howl like a werewolf? Ooh! I'm not afraid of the goblin in bed who's snacking on spiders that hang overhead. My friends start running left and right, but I reach up and take a bite. I'm Simon Lester Henry Strauss, and I'm not afraid of this haunted house. In the graveyard by the light of the moon, a skeleton hums an ominous tune. My friends start screaming when he moans, and I shake my hands with that old bag of bones. I'm Simon Lester Henry Strauss, and I'm not afraid of this haunted house. I'm not afraid when a wedding takes place and Frankenstein's bride can't find her face. My friends all hide, but I just smile and cheer the couple down the aisle. When a one-eyed monster pops out of the cake and says, "Who wants to rattle and shake?" My friends look like they'll wet their pants, but I grab her arm and start to dance. I'm Simon Lester Henry Strauss, and I'm not afraid of this haunted house. In the distance, I see something cool, the treacherous tower and the vampire's pool. My friends all scream, "Come on, let's run!" But I march inside. This looks like fun. I'm not afraid when the room goes black. Not a sliver of light peeks through a crack. But I'm not scared, oh no, not me. Pitch black is my favorite place to be. I'm not even scared of the moving floor. My friends cry, "We can't take any more." I laugh as they tremble and pitch a fit. There's nothing here that scares me one bit. Outside, my friends collapse in fear, but I can't wait to come back next year. I raise my hands up to the sky and cry out loud, "I'm one brave guy. I'm Simon Lester Henry Strauss, and I'm not afraid of this." Eek! A mouse! The end. On the first stroke of midnight, oh, nothing frightens me, not a vulture in a dead tree.
On the second stroke of midnight, oh, nothing frightens me, not two shrunken heads, or a vulture in a dead tree.
On the third stroke of midnight, oh, nothing frightens me, not three black cats, two shrunken heads, or a vulture in a dead tree.
On the fourth stroke of midnight, oh, nothing frightens me, not four darting bats, three black cats, 2 shrunken heads, or a vulture in a dead tree.
On the 5th stroke of midnight, oh, nothing frightens me, not 5 bogeymen, 4 darting bats, 3 black cats, 2 shrunken heads, or a vulture in a dead tree.
On the 6th stroke of midnight, oh, nothing frightens me, not 6 pumpkins grinning, 5 bogeymen, 4 darting bats, 3 black cats, 2 shrunken heads, or a vulture in a dead tree.
On the 7th stroke of midnight, oh, nothing frightens me, not 7 spiders spinning, 6 pumpkins grinning, 5 bogeymen, 4 darting bats, 3 black cats, 2 shrunken heads, or a vulture in a dead tree.
On the 8th stroke of midnight, oh, nothing frightens me, not 8 mummies moaning, 7 spiders spinning, 6 pumpkins grinning, 5 bogeymen, 4 darting bats, 3 black cats, 2 shrunken heads, or a vulture in a dead tree.
On the 9th stroke of midnight, oh, nothing frightens me, not 9 witches cackling, 8 mummies moaning, 7 spiders spinning, 6 pumpkins grinning, 5 bogeymen, 4 darting bats, 3 black cats, 2 shrunken heads, or a vulture in a dead tree.
On the 10th stroke of midnight, oh, nothing frightens me, not 10 werewolves howling, 9 witches cackling, 8 mummies moaning, 7 spiders spinning, 6 pumpkins grinning, 5 bogeymen, 4 darting bats, 3 black cats, 2 shrunken heads, or a vulture in a dead tree.
On the 11th stroke of midnight, oh, nothing frightens me, not 11 goblins giggling, 10 werewolves howling, 9 witches cackling, 8 mummies moaning, 7 spiders spinning, 6 pumpkins grinning, 5 bogeymen, 4 darting bats, 3 black cats, 2 shrunken heads, or a vulture in a dead tree.
On the 12th stroke of midnight, oh, nothing frightens me, not 12 vampires rising, 11 goblins giggling, 10 werewolves howling, 9 witches cackling, 8 mummies moaning, 7 spiders spinning, 6 pumpkins grinning, 5 bogeymen, 4 darting bats, 3 black cats, 2 shrunken heads, or a vulture in a dead tree.
On the 13th stroke of midnight, yes, something frightened me.
A ghost! Boo! The end.
Welcome back. I hope those stories weren't too scary for you.
We do have a really great craft for you this week as well. Miss Cammie will put up the instruction video for that tomorrow. So come by the library and grab your supplies. Have a safe and happy Halloween, and we will see you next time. Bye.